mean.
G'day, welcome to this YouTube video. It's about the 2020 AFL Finals Series and Gordo and Rem's predictions on this. We will start with tomorrow night's game between Port Adelaide and Geelong at Adelaide Oval. I would like to get your thoughts on this game, Gordo. Just, a bit of a quick summary of Port and Geelong as teams.
Right, so I reckon Port and Geelong they've played off earlier in the year. Geelong got up easily by 60 points, played some good footy. They've both played some good footy, but I think the Port Adelaide really lack their big sort of players. Whereas I think Geelong sort of have the more in-depth sort of midfield, defence and forward line to sort of kick a big score and defend well.
Yeah, I believe Port Adelaide's had a fantastic season. Real credit to Ken Hinkley. Had a very tough 3 years with very little finals experience in that time, and he's put together such a magnificent season led by the vice captain for the All Australian team and Travis Boak. Really impressive. And for the Cats, I believe it's been an up and down year, but really strong, I believe. And even in the last couple of weeks, they've been a bit off. Just got over the line in a couple. I believe they'll be really primed for this game and put their best foot forward. And with that 60-point win over Port earlier in the year, that will be a vital piece, I believe, in their quest to repeat that. So, what is a tip for you, Gordo, and a margin?
Right, yeah. So I'm gonna go Geelong in this one. Start off nice and well for their finals campaign. Geelong by 25 points.
Yeah.
I think that Port will come close to reeling it back, but Geelong will push through and win.
Yeah, I believe it'll be Port Adelaide for me on their home deck. Feel they'll learn a lot from that 60-point loss and win by 10 points in front of a home crowd. We'll get to the next game, Friday night football. It's the qualifying 2019 replay between Brisbane and Richmond. Just a quick summary on Brisbane and Richmond, Gordo.
Right, so this one's a good game actually. Could go either way. Brisbane are very they've impressed me this year. Obviously last year they could have easily dropped off, but they've done well to sort of keep up there, finishing second. Richmond to Richmond, like it's as simple as that, I think. So they're building into something great, but whether the absence of Tom Lynch lets them down this week, not sure.
Yeah, I believe Brisbane really primed for this game and set up the final series this game for them. They want that home grand final, and this will be the first piece of the puzzle towards that. Just really consistent season by Chris Fagan's boys, led by star Lachie Neale, who's the favourite for the Brownlows. So really consistent, and Richmond on the other hand, what a team over the last 3 years or so. Just really consistent. Just really knows how to get it done in the big moments, and just very similar to 2019 for them this year. Margin and a tip.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go. A bit of an upset this one. I'm going to go for Brisbane, just because of the absence of Tom Lynch. I think that he really makes their forward line what it really is, damaging and elite. So I'm going to go Brisbane by 6 points, 1 goal, in a tight match.
Yeah, I believe Richmond will put their foot down again, just like last year. Just really overpower Brisbane on their home deck. They'll need to counter Charlie Cameron especially, but as they've got Dylan Grimes, and as a non-Richmond supporter, they just know how to get it done. So for me, it'll be Richmond by 26 points. We go to the next game, so it'll be Saturday twilight footy. It's the Saints versus the Doggies. Just a quick stat for all yous out there. It's the first time since 2011 since St Kilda's been to the finals. I'll just get a quick summary on the teams.
Rightio. So St Kilda have had sort of a year that people have said St Kilda are going great. St Kilda are really good. But I think they've been a bit of a fake sort of top 4 team, and that shows in their ladder position. They've slipped to 6th. Coming up against the Bulldogs, who have been hot and cold, really, really hot, really, really cold. So I think that whoever plays, whoever is hot and whoever is cold, that's how it'll come down to.
Yeah, very much so. And two speedy teams, so a lot of speed will play a vital role in this, and who can get that contested ball on the outside and deliver it inside 50 will win, of course. So yeah, I believe St Kilda's had a stellar season led by Brett Ratton. What a coach! I believe he's just got lots of leadership about him, and just see the development of stars just like Jack Steele, Rowan Marshall, Dan Butler, these types. So I believe it's really been a big difference for them having a new coach, and for the Doggies, just got a really star midfield and really developing their forwards just like Aaron Norton, and down back's been pretty stable too with Easton Wood. But yeah, I really believe they're pretty prime for finals also, but they need to find that hot form. And yeah, I believe it'll be close game. So margin and a tip, please, Gordo.
Oh yeah, so I think that in this game, it'll come down to whether um, Western Bulldogs can use Tim English well against Marshall and Ryder. I think that's going to be a point of difference. But I'm backing them. I think the Bulldogs in this one by 8 points.
Yep.
So it'll be a tight match, but that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I reckon it'll be close too, and I believe the Saints will cause an upset here and win by 4 points. I believe it will be really tight and close, but it will come down to those just those moments, and I believe St Kilda's got it in them to beat the Bulldogs. It's a bit of I just feel it's a weakness for Bulldogs versus speedy teams, and St Kilda's one of them, so I believe St Kilda. Then we get to the last game of the week one of the finals, and it's the 2018 Grand Final rematch between West Coast and Collingwood. Quick summary here.
Right, West Coast I think have had a year that it's been really good, and people have sort of knocked them down, and they've finished in a position that doesn't really reflect the footy that they've played. They've come close so many times, and they could easily be second or third, I think. And yeah, I can't see Collingwood, who have had a really, really bad year. I'd be disappointed if I was a Collingwood supporter.
Yeah.
I think they've played some shocking football, and I thought they were on the up when they bet Geelong in Perth, but no, not at all. So I think, yeah.
I believe, West Coast up and down year. As an Eagles supporter, it's been a very thrilling ride throughout 2020. But yeah, those really 3 losses in a row at the start of this season really cost us, I believe, the top 4. And for the Pies, hot and cold also. Really can have some great football in them, but sometimes when their forward line's a bit shaky, not kicking enough goals. So it will be really close though. I believe De Goey's a big in this week. So margin and a tip.
I'm going West Coast easily in this one. West Coast by 41 points to get over the top of Collingwood. I just don't see Collingwood's forward line firing. And I think West Coast, even without Kennedy, will get this one done.
Yep. Yeah, I believe it'll be closer than what people think in this one. Even as an Eagles supporter, I'd love to see the optimism in saying Gordo's right, but I just feel Collingwood, star-studded midfield, just got some key-ins, De Goey, as I say, and it will be close, but I believe West Coast by 12 points. It will be really close, but I believe that will be the case. West Coast win. Alright, so we go into a smoky of the finals, the team that's going to impress as a dark horse, but not totally win it, but just to surprise a few.
Right, so I necessarily think that West Coast, finishing 5th, they're going to have to do it the hard way, so I would call it a smoky, but I still think that they have every opportunity to go all the way and win the flag on Grand Final day, if they can just get there.
Yeah.
They get past that prelim, I think they can win the granny.
Yeah.
I think with a full strength side, without Yo, unfortunately, but they're my smoky for 2020.
Yeah, I believe it will be Port Adelaide, this smoky of this year, top of the ladder, knows how to get it done in those big games this year against Richmond, as an example. But I believe it will be Port Adelaide's time to shine this year. On top round one, and have just been there ever since, I believe. And yeah, it's just been a remarkable journey for them this season, and I feel like they could continue it, just continue the form. So yeah, that's my smoky. We go to the most goals in finals for an individual in the.
Oh, the Remy Award. So we'll go for. I'm going to go for Tom Hawkins here. I think he's impressed throughout the year. Geelong are going to play 3 or 4 games, in my opinion. So I still think that he has, even in an off game, he'll still kick 1 to 2 goals. He rarely goes goalless.
Yeah.
Hoping that doesn't make him go
Yeah.
goalless. But I'm backing him in.
Yeah, I reckon that's a good choice there, but I feel Port Adelaide as the smoky will go deep too. So I believe Charlie Dixon for the Port Adelaide Football Club will have a big final series. Just been pretty consistent all year and just shown how lethal he is up forward, and I believe will kick a bag in 1 game at least. We move on now to the grand finalists of 2020. We'll move on to the player of the finals first. And who do you reckon, Gordo?
So I've been thinking Dustin Martin, but I'm not sure if Richmond lose the first game of the finals whether Dustin Martin will play good enough football. So I'm actually straying towards a Brisbane player here. And I'm thinking that Jared Lyons, he's been one of my favourites all year, and gets a lot of disposals every week, and he's good support to people like Neil. So I'm thinking that he's got every opportunity to go and play over the finals here.
Yeah, sticking on that Brisbane theme, I believe, Gordo's right in saying Brisbane's been a really good team this year, and I believe Lockie Neal will be player of the finals. A really consistent player this year, will carry that Brownlow favouritism form into this final series, I believe, and rack up many contested possessions. Just been really consistent, and Chris Fagan's just giving him a licence to run wild, and he's been great for them. So we move on now to the grand finalists of 2020.
Right, so I'm thinking that Brisbane, they win their first one. Geelong win their first one. They'll start favourites in their prelims, and I think they can win their prelims no matter who they're against.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Geelong versus Brisbane in a grand final.
Yeah.
So Richmond to miss out, to lose somewhere in there. But yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, good prediction, but I believe Richmond will get there. I just feel their consistency all year just been so dynamic and know how to get it done. So Richmond will be one team, and I believe the other team will be Brisbane. That home ground advantage, and if they do end up beating Richmond, but I don't think they will week 1, it will put them in good stead to reach that home grand final that it's going to happen this year. So I believe it will be Brisbane-Richmond 2020 grand final, and we move on now to the Norm Smith medalist.
So Norm Smith medalist, I'm thinking a player who will get plenty of attention from spectators and umpires, and that's Sam Menegola. He gets a lot of outside disposals. He's an elite kick, and he just loves finding the footy.
Yeah, no, that's
even in games where Geelong
true.
aren't playing well, he still stands up.
Yeah,
gathers 20 to 30 disposals. So I'm backing him in.
Yeah,
to win the Norm
it's
Smith
a good choice, but I believe Dion Prestia. It's a big punt, but I believe the injuries, he's going to adapt, and he's going to play a superb final series. Even though he won't be player of the finals, I believe he'll just play a crucial role in Richmond's premiership hopes, and will take them to a third flag in 4 years. As we move on to the next one, which is the Premiers, we believe will be in 2020.
So you're going to Richmond, are you?
Yeah, so I'm tipping Richmond as the Premiers for 2020, beating Brisbane in the grand final, and it will be a big margin again, I believe, as they've done in 19 and 17. So it'll be Richmond by 56 points. Just that class and Dusty, Cochin, just these types of players, and knowing Dylan Grimes down back so stable, and these new guys like Arts and Jaden Short has been there, done that as a grand final, and Rioli will step up, I believe. So yeah, Richmond for me.
I'm thinking so. Respecting that. Richmond are a great team, but I think that maybe their dynasty is coming to an end, despite their recent sort of form coming into finals. I think that my Cats can really show that they've still got it under Scotty. He's an awesome coach, and I think they're just building into something special here. Dangerfield, Ablett coming back, it all seems like a perfect storm for 2020. They've got pressure forwards like Brad Close and Atkins. I think they can really bring it on grand final day. They're tackling pressure, and I think Gary Rowan, along with Joel Selwood, don't get as many disposals. So I'm gonna go my Cats by 21 points in a fairly decent match.
Yeah, I believe that's a good choice. Alright, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed our predictions, and I hope to see you next week for week 2.